Mario Winans was raised in a musical family as the son of gospel singer Vicki Winans and the stepson of pastor and gospel singer Marvin Winans. So it's no surprise that he pursued a career in the music industry, and at a very young age. After learning to play the piano, keyboards, and drums, he started producing music for gospel artists and various members of the Winans family. While most of his family stuck with gospel music, Mario ventured into the secular world and signed a production deal with Dallas Austin's Rowdy Records in the mid-90s. That gig opened up several doors for him, and he began working with artists like Robert Kelly and 98 Degrees. In 1997, he released his own album called Story of My Heart on Motown. The song Don't Know reached the R&B Top 50 chart. However, the album was a commercial disappointment. That same year, he began working with the head of Bad Boy Records, Sean P. Diddy Combs, and experienced global success as a singer, songwriter, and producer.
I just kept it to myself. I don't wanna know.
His last studio album was released in 2004, and although he continued producing for the Bad Boy roster and other artists, he put his singing career on hold as he faced several personal issues. This is a story about tax evasion, child support, and witchcraft? You're gonna need something to munch on for this one, so head on over to our online concession stand at rrgsnacks.com and scoop up a bag of lemon pepper brisket beef jerky, strawberry licorice, and cinnamon toast crunch popcorn. The same year he met Diddy, Diddy introduced him to a woman named Janelle Bennett, fashion consultant for Diddy's Sean John clothing brand. According to Page 6, Mario and Janelle entered into some kind of relationship that lasted for several years. Sometime in the late 90s, he met a woman named Joy. According to sources, Mario and Joy were off and on throughout the years as well, while Janelle was still in the picture. Mario put his focus on his career and produced songs for Diddy and the rest of Bad Boy's artists. He co-wrote I Need a Girl with P. Diddy and was featured on part 2 of the track with Loon and Genuine. In later years, he ventured outside of the Bad Boy bubble and worked with Destiny's Child, Mr. Cheeks, Whitney Houston, and Tamia, to name a few. If we failed to mention your favorite Mario collaboration, please keep in mind that he has a very impressive resume, and we don't have enough time to mention every single project he has worked on. So instead, we've included a link in our description box that contains a full list of all of his collaborations. Sometime around 2001, Mario and Joy welcomed their daughter, Skylar. As Mario settled into his new life as a father, he started working on some of his own music. During the creation of the song entitled I Don't Wanna Know, Mario knew he wanted to use a sample of a song by the artist Enya, which was featured at the end of the movie Sleepwalkers. The Fugees beat him to it a few years prior when they sampled the track for their 1996 song Ready or Not. However, the Fugees didn't get Enya's approval, and they ended up having to pay her a hefty fee. Enya told Forbes magazine that Diddy made sure to clear the sample by reaching out to her for pre-approval. And because Mario was a gospel artist and Enya thought he was a, quote, clean act, she allowed them to use it. But it was going to cost them. Not only is Enya listed as a featured artist on the track, but she also earns a publishing share. Mario also gave up another portion of the publishing to Eric Sermon and Parrish Smith of EPMD for sampling the drums from their song entitled You're a Customer. I Don't Wanna Know dropped in February 2004, and it was a worldwide hit. It peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart and was certified gold. His album Hurt No More was released 2 months later and landed at number 2 on the Billboard 200. Mario was also nominated for a Grammy. The album's follow-up singles weren't as successful, and Mario put his focus on working with other acts. He took home his first Grammy for his work on the song Pray, performed by his aunt, CeCe Winans. He also experienced more musical success with his involvement in Diddy and Keisha Cole's song Last Night. His career was hitting a high note, but his personal life was in distress. He was still getting it in with Janelle despite referring to Joy as his wife. And Janelle told Page 6 when she found out she was pregnant, Mario ghosted her. She welcomed a son named Jordan in 2005, and according to the Miami Herald, Mario eventually took a DNA test, which confirmed
you are the father.
It's unclear if Mario provided any initial support for their child, but in 2007, Janelle claimed he had stopped paying her $4,500 a month in child support. With the lack of payments, she fell behind on her rent and was evicted from her home in Miami. Janelle told Page 6 that she moved to the south side of Chicago and got a job as a cocktail waitress, but she wasn't making enough to make ends meet, so she was homeless and sleeping on friends' couches. Janelle added, Joy lives in a 16-bedroom mansion and her daughter wears mink coats and 7 jeans, and my son doesn't have boots to wear in the winter. Janelle took the messiness to a whole nother level by supplying Page 6 with emails she had received from Mario's mom, Vicky. In the emails, Vicky wrote, Nobody likes a stuck-on-themselves pretty white girl with pretty eyes that thinks the world owes them everything. When contacted by Page 6 to explain her beef with Janelle, Vicky called Janelle evil and added, I want to meet my grandbaby, but I'm afraid of Janelle. She's into all this witchcraft. Vicky also insisted Mario wasn't a deadbeat dad, but she explained he didn't have any money, so she allowed him to borrow some so he could cover his child support charges. Mario and Joy tied the knot in 2009 after more than 10 years of off and on dating. Mario continued making his presence known in the music industry, and in 2010, he executive produced Diddy's Dirty Money album, Last Train to Paris, and Trey Songz's single, Can't Be Friends, which stayed on the Billboard charts for several weeks. Janelle continued pulling Mario in and out of court, including in 2011. After learning that Mario and Joy had welcomed more children and being under the impression that they fell on hard times, Janelle told Page 6 she agreed to reduce his child support to $2,500 a month. But in 2013, they were back in court when Mario fell behind on his payments again. Janelle told Page 6 it was at that time she found out Mario wasn't struggling for cash, and the court bumped up his payment to $3,500 a month. The child support situation wasn't his only issue. In 2013, he pleaded guilty to tax evasion after he admitted he intentionally failed to file tax returns for the past 12 years. At the time, his tax bill was a little over $400,000. While he awaited sentencing, he joined Diddy and the rest of the crew on the 2016 Bad Boy Reunion Tour. But through the years, his debts continued to pile up. He and his family reportedly got evicted from his home, and his landlord later took him to court for $47,461 in unpaid payments. In September 2017, sheriff's deputies took him into custody for failure to pay child support. By this point, he owed Janelle $178,000. His lawyer told the judge Mario was having trouble making his $3,500 payment because he was only making around $3,000 per month off of his songwriting royalties. A judge told him he had a week to pay the remaining balance or he would be locked up. Mario agreed and left the court with an ankle monitor. The following month, he was back in court to be sentenced for tax evasion. During the hearing, it was revealed that he was having trouble paying the legal fees associated with the case and had to borrow large sums of money from his mom to stay afloat. The judge sentenced him to 5 years probation, 500 hours of community service at a boys' music school in Newark, and he was ordered to pay his tax bill and seek mental health treatment. The judge also ripped him a new one by telling Mario it was a disgrace that he was failing to support his son, Jordan. The judge told Mario, "You made the decision to go behind Joy's back. This is your son, and you have to pay your obligations to him now and forever." Mario promised he would get his life in order, and although he tried, his personal issues raged on. 3 months after his sentencing, Bossip reported that cops were set to apprehend Mario after he failed to come through on the outstanding child support debt. Mario continued to battle with his child support agreement for several years, and then the IRS came knocking once again. In October 2018, the feds hit him with a new tax bill totaling nearly $1.5 million for income earned from 2008 through 2012. As of this video, we're unable to find the current status of this case. These days, Mario is still an in-demand songwriter and producer, and recently linked up with The Weeknd to contribute to his 4th studio album. He signed on to be a vocal coach for Diddy's Making the Band reboot, but the program was put on hold due to the pandemic. He also launched an online mentorship platform called Art Time that's dedicated to connecting the new generation of indie artists with knowledgeable professionals in the industry. As for releasing new music, Mario told You Know I Got Soul website in 2020 that he has a ton of music he could have released throughout the years. However, he was more focused on working on his inner self. He added, "But I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot of new perspective on life and love and different things I can talk about and really inspire some people. It's time now." Let us know if you're surprised by what happened to Mario, and thanks for watching RRG.